So it's like, these two giants are kicking my ass. They're kicking my ass. They're really kicking my ass. Oh! God damn! Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Google, make it make sense. God damn it. This shit is so unreal. This shit is so unreal. It's almost like it's, the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers. The gatekeepers that keep out content creators. That's what we're going to call it. I don't really talk about this too much, but I had an aunt by the name of Rose, Aunt Rose, and she would always support me, with little projects that I would come up with. And I would always write these like comedic skits, and I would do like little costumes or outfits and, dress up and record myself, and always had like a passion for film. And I do remember back in the day, in like the earlier YouTube days, um, I would always send her a video and I would call her and I would say, "Hey, Auntie, I just made a video. Go check it out." And I remember I would call her, and just to hear her laughing, with her family, and at my videos that I would post, and it was so warming. It was refreshing. Um, it was a feeling like no other, And God rest her soul. Later on, she passed away due to some health issues. And as we fast forward in time, about a year ago, I lost both my grandparents on my mom's side, and my grandmother was the same way. Grandmother was the same way. Always supported me through all my ventures, filming and whatnot, and just on her taking her last couple of days, she would just she couldn't talk too much, and but she talked with her eyes, and she would just give me this look of, you gotta follow through, you gotta finish, you gotta finish. And I told her last day, here on this earth, I was going to make it a way to fulfill my dream of being successful, um, in this field, and that led to me having such great success on TikTok. A lot of success I had on TikTok honestly led to that last day in the hospital. That last day in the hospital with my grandmother, it led to a lot of success. And I remember, I whispered to her, I said, "Grandma, I just need you to be with me. I need you to be that guide. You know, is there something that I need to see? Just be there with me the whole step of the way." And ever since then, I relaunched myself on TikTok, and phenomena happened. Um, 2 or 3 of my videos went viral that I produced. I produced 3 animation commercials. They went viral. Right now, that's sitting at 300,000 views right now, if not more. And how does this all circulate back? You see, I am the type that is like, I'll have a situation that's challenging and it may look like, you know, on the outside, like, oh damn, like he's worn out. But in reality, I'm actually calculating that challenge. Like I'm dissecting it as it goes. So it might look one way, like, oh, he's about to, he's about to give up. But the whole time, like I'm already mapping out equations. Google Block. I can't really do nothing on YouTube right now. Um, these corporations, let me tell you something. These corporations have made it to where the little guys like us, the content creators, um, they want to silence us. They really do. They want to silence us. And so they'll make these little small little, they'll put these little bugs, you know, in your profiles and all over. And you'll be like, damn, like I'm doing everything right. I'm doing this. How come, they don't want to partner with me right now? And I'm trying to set some marketing ads up to get this vlog out there. And they just make it harder. And they make it easier for the big time corporations because these Fortune 500 companies, they're paying like 10 bands, $10,000 an ad, big money, and the people like me, like us, we're not paying $10,000 for a freaking Google ad. And so they make it harder for us. And so, I'm sitting in my car the other day and I'm like, damn, like, how can I make this? How can I make this work? How can I make this work? And I'm thinking to myself, like, Karma, like, give me some answers, give me some answers. And it dawned on me, how can I go from 60 something subscribers on YouTube and at least turn that into some type of magical spark? Like, how can I go from that 60 to 100? How can I go from 100 to 500? How can I go from that 500 to 1,000? How can I go from that 1,000 to 15? How can I go from that 15 to 20 to 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on? How can I get those numbers? And I'm sitting back thinking to myself, and I'm like, I'm sitting on right now between TikTok and IG, I'm sitting on at least about 11,000 people. 11,000 people, not 11,000 views, 11,000 people. Okay, so what's next? Sometimes you gotta reinvent the wheel. Sometimes when a door is closed, you could kick it in. You could. Or maybe there's another back door somewhere else, that doesn't have a lock on it. Maybe it's a dummy door. It doesn't have a deadbolt on it. You just open the door and it's right there. And that's the thing about me. I just need time. Give me some time and I'm gonna figure it out. That's how my mind works. I'm gonna figure that shit out. All right, so I'm in one of my labs right now and wanted to share something with you guys. So this is my formula so far. So I call it the 2025 funnel investment. So this is the plan as far as getting viral activity, reactions, engagement, comments, saves, likes on multiple platforms. Okay, so as I mentioned, I said that I had a plan. So this is my plan based off of my own personal algorithm and stats. So my stats is not going to equate to somebody else's stats. I just want to clarify that. My stats is not going to correlate or be equivalent to somebody else's stats. My algorithm is different. Okay, but I'm just showing a prime example of like where I'm at and where I'm trying to go at. So my 2025 funnel for investment, TikTok following, it was at 10.6K, trying to get to that 20K by December. I'm now reaching finally at 10.8K. So the 10.6 is no more. It's 10.8K thousand people I have on TikTok. Social media strategy, I have it based off of viewers value and followers value. So the VW is going into viewers value, and then the FLW is going into followers value on the other side. So um, let's get into some stuff. So I think TikTok for a day, just for viewers value. So the algorithm is saying that they can push me up to 500 to 9.5 thousand people for 3 days. The algorithm is saying they can push me from that 17,000 to 28.5 thousand people. On the other hand, on the right side for followers value, it's saying they can push me on 3 days for promoting for followers at 156 to 597 followers, 4 days, 200 to 641, 5 days, 246 to 687 followers. On the blue side on the right, this is my strategy plan for IG for 7 days for reach value, which is labeled for aura. 7 days, that gets me 6,100 to 16,000 people. So that's based off of my algorithm and where they see my value at. Um, they're willing to take a risk and push me up to that many people. Okay. Let me see. So, oh yeah, the bottom. So this is the plan. This is the actual plan. This is bomb. So for TikTok value, for views value, my strategy was to do a 9-day marketing ad. So I wanted to push it for 9 days straight. TikTok got back and they said they can get me up to 6,325 to over 105,386 people to at least come across my content. So, needless to say, it all varies. Like it depends on where you are in your niche, or niche, however you say it. Uh, you know, what is your overall stats with your profile? Okay, so that's where it bases it off at. It weighs a lot of things. So what it may offer somebody else, it may not offer others. It just depends on your value of your profile, your engagement, your viewers, your retention, but mostly like your engagement. I want to clarify that too. You can have very low retention and high engagement. That's two different things that I actually came across and learned. And we'll talk about that later.
Growing success, what I've noticed is it's a very lonely path. It's a very lonely journey. Like you'll start with people and you'll have this idea that you'll always be, you'll always be. You'll always be. You'll always be.